Welcome to Aspire Global Education. Let's get started with the reading module of IELTS. Now, what is the examination structure of IELTS? This exam is of two types: academic training, which is taken by students who want to study abroad, and general training, which is taken by working professionals who want to migrate and work abroad. There are 4 modules in this exam: listening, reading, writing, and speaking. And the day you book your exam, you would have listening, reading, and writing back to back without any break. The total test time is about 2 hours 54 minutes, which includes the 10 minutes listening transfer time too. Speaking test happens on another day within a week before or after the exam. It's a face-to-face interaction between the examiner and the candidate, and every candidate is allocated a slot with the examiner. That is why the speaking test dates are emailed only a week before. Now let's take an overview of all the sections. The first section is the listening module, which lasts for about 30 minutes. It has 4 sections and 40 questions. 10 minutes are given extra time to transfer the answers from the test booklet to the OMR sheet. So the listening module is exactly the same for academic and general training students. The second module is reading module. It lasts for about 60 minutes, 3 sections and 40 questions. The only difference between academic reading and general training reading is the kind of passages that you deal with. The passages are a little harder for academic reading, whereas they are easier and based on generic topics for the general training reading. The third module is the writing module. There are 2 tasks and it lasts for about 60 minutes. The first task is summarize text for the academic training students, and they should write at least 150 words. And the second task is essay writing, and they have to write at least 250 words. Whereas for general training students, the first task is different. It's a letter writing, and they have to write at least 150 words. Whereas essay writing is same, that you have to write at least 250 words, but the topics given to the academic training and general training students are definitely different. Now let's take an overview of the reading module. So this is the second module of the IELTS exam after the listening module. It lasts for about 60 minutes. There are 3 reading sections and about 40 questions. Sometimes there are more sections, like 4, which usually happens when you appear through IDP. Now, as you progress from the first section to the second and then to the third, the difficulty level of the passages becomes harder and you find it, a little difficult to deal with. Although you can mark and write on the question paper, you must enter your answers on the reading answer sheet. There is no extra time given to transfer the answers from the test booklet to the answer sheet, unlike the listening module where 10 minutes are given extra to transfer the answers. So the passages which are given for the reading module are usually taken from different kind of books, newspapers, magazines, journals, advertisements, notices, company handbooks, or official documents. Now, what is the difference between general and academic reading? So general reading normally has one long text which is descriptive rather than argumentative. General reading is based on generic topics that you can actually relate with. The topics are relevant to everyday life, and you are easily able to relate with those kind of topics. They could be based on short factual text related to a topic such as hotel advertisements and work-related issues. So academic reading has passages based on difficult topics, dense with lots of information. At least one passage will contain a detailed logical argument, and texts are appropriate to candidates entering undergraduate or postgraduate courses. Topics are on academic topics like coral reefs, drug addiction, space expedition, astronomy, etc. Now, what is the purpose of including reading module in this exam? So definitely it's not that you're new to reading. You've been reading a lot of newspapers, you've read a lot of books. So you've been doing a lot of reading since your childhood. So through this module, you are assessed on different reading skills. So for example, reading for gist, reading for main ideas, reading for detail. So you might get questions where you will have to pick up the answers based on specific information in a particular paragraph in the passage. You will also be tested on understanding inferences and implied meaning, or recognizing a writer's opinions, attitude and purpose, and following the development of an argument. The different question types of the reading module are short answer questions. In this, you are given a question and you have to give an answer within the word limit which is mentioned in the instructions. The second is multiple choice question. Every question is followed by 4 options, and all the options are framed in such a way that they look very similar to the right answer. The third is completion of sentences, notes, summaries, tables, diagrams or flowcharts. So in all these, you are going to fill a blank and you would, complete the sentence. It could be in the form of a flowchart, but it has the same question format. The next question type is matching headings. So none of the paragraphs in your passages have headings. So based on the topic sentence of each paragraph, you would choose the heading for that particular paragraph. So it's normally found in the first 2 sentences or the last sentence of the paragraph. The next is locating information in a paragraph or section. In this, the examiner might give you a phrase and you will have to find out which part of the passage this phrase would be there. So you will have to locate that phrase in the particular paragraph in the passage. Next is matching lists or phrases. Now this would contain 2 columns and they would give information on different things. So based on what is asked, you might have to match the words so that they are directly related. The next question type is true, false or not given. So this question type helps you in identifying information in the passage. So you have 3 options. So you should use elimination method as we will discuss later. And you will have to choose one of these that will help you to answer your question. The last type, yes, no, not given, which helps you to identify the writer's view or opinion, is quite similar to your previous question type. But the only difference is that instead of true, you will have to find out whether it's a yes and it claims what the writer says, or it's a no. So that's all about an overview on reading. So in a further session, we would be studying the active reading strategies towards the accomplishment of your desired scores. Thank you.